Sorry, B7 Guzman asks, to all the boys with a Z, this guy's crazy, it seems to me like the quote-unquote golden age of internet humor and original content is over, with now, in parentheses, aside from the good work you guys are involved with, of course, what do y'all see yourselves doing in 2019 or 2019?
Doing your mom, doing your mom.
That's what I'll be doing.
No, you straight up.
2019 is what, 5 years? Oh god, it's 4 years away now, pretty much. 5 years away. Corey, what will you be doing in the year 2019? In 5 years, 4 years?
Same thing. It's like 4 years from now. Nothing's gonna fucking change. I mean,
well, you were in a different place 4 years ago. I mean, 5 years ago.
It's hard to say. When you
I didn't know you 5 years ago.
When you deal with future stuff, you look at stuff now. Like what
would you like to be doing in 5 years?
What I'm doing now is working and animating and doing the same fucking thing.
What are you going to be animating? What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you want to have done by then?
I know what you're going to be doing. You're going to be working with me on this game we're working on now. Still in 5 years.
You think in 5 years?
No, yeah, we are. But I think it'll be more fleshed out, and then it'll be pro.
In 5 years?
I think we'll be like patting each other on the back.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
The real look of dread just hit Jeff in the face.
Jeff, let me tell you something. I've lived here 3 years. Two years.
Yeah.
And time hasn't flown.
If we're not
by
done,
fucking
if we're not done by then, I'm killing myself.
Hold on.
I'm serious.
Before you pull the trigger.
I'm serious.
Before you, Jeff, I joined this to keep. We gotta. I joined this.
Yeah, you can talk about it.
So you didn't kill yourself.
I appreciate it.
Jeff, what do you want to be?
Jeff Ariel Minkelstein.
Ideally, I would like to be done this huge game I'm working on. It'd be a success, and maybe just to change things up a bit, maybe I could be pitching like an animated show. I'd like to be working on maybe an animated show, perhaps.
I would.
Although I'm greatly enjoying working on the game, but once it's done, maybe just do something a little different.
I'm kind of the same way. I would really be like the extra cog in the wheel that helps push the thing and everything. And then after that, I would like to see myself actually animating a fucking series or something, making my own. Because I have ideas. I've had ideas for fucking ever, but I feel like now at this point, it's kind of like I'm not gonna waste my time doing like fucking game parodies or shit I give no shits about, unless it's like something I'm legitimately serious about, like back then when I used to make like stuff like.
Yeah. So Chris, what about you? What do you see yourself doing in 4 or 5 years in the far off year of 2019?
I want to be producing.
Producing what?
Good content that I wrote.
What do you want to have done by then? Like what would you like to have accomplished in the next couple of years? 5 years?
I don't know. Make something. I don't fucking know. I don't have any plans. Make whatever.
Just
die.
Just rolling with it.
Yeah.
Just rolling with the.
I want to make. I definitely want to make something longer than 20 minutes at some point, and then after that, I would like to fucking be the director and have everyone do what I want and fucking not worry about shit.
Would you like people to say?
I honestly do think I'm nearing the end of fucking enjoying animating long like cartoons. I can't do it anymore. It's just it takes too long, and then.
There's such a little game.
All the ones that I do finish are always the ones that people are like, oh, I didn't like that one. And then you do something fucking shitty and stupid, and it's like, that's the funniest thing you ever did. It's like, great.
Would you like to see an internet debate with people debating whether you or Hans Zimmer are better?
Oh my god. Hans Zimmer is definitely better, but that doesn't make his music any more bland.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so we all just want to be rich and famous.
Yeah, I just want to be able to have.
I want to be able to make stuff and not worry about the money that costs to do it.
Yeah, you know what I want?
I don't want to.
Do you know what I want? I want to be able to walk into a fucking sandwich store, a fucking bar, and be like, "What's that? Give me the most expensive martini you got."
No, seriously, my financially, my only goal financially is just to walk somewhere and be like, I don't have to check my bank account to see if I want to eat food.
Exactly. I just want to.
Oh, I can just go out to eat tonight.
I want to walk. I want to go hang out with my friends and be like, oh man, that seafood was so great. Oh, $30? Don't worry, I got it.
Instead of shaking my hand and like collecting pennies from the corners,
yeah,
like coughing.
I'm gonna be like, hold on, and then I fucking spill like old man coins everywhere.
Well, my goal is slightly, by 2015. Let's see, that's 4 years away. Be an old man by then.
I bet you guys will be much more well off.
I would have liked to at least had one season of a TV show, at least one. That's all I want, just to get my foot in the door and experience that.
I want to have one weed.
One weed? After all these years of collecting weed grains, you can finally have one big weed.
Can I have a weed, please?
I want to go to the biggest dealer there is and be like, give me one weed.
He'll be like, his jaw will start quivering and he'll drop his bag and be like, this guy wants one weed, sir. he's like, what? He's like, get it for him.
You can join the weed creed.
You should have like a little
weed crew.
series called like Corey Shorts. So it's like
Why?
you just like film you going to like a drug dealer. One weed, please.
He fucking
And then
shot
the
him dead.
fucking gun gets pointed at my face
Yeah, then
and
he
like
shoots you,
like this
and
angle in
that's
my
it.
fucking brain, and then it's like cut to black.
Can I just say something though about this
Yeah.
question? He wrote the words "golden age" in quotations, but he still wrote the word "golden age."
Oh, like internet humor was better.
Can I just say
years ago?
this is a common incorrect belief. People say, "Oh, the golden age of online animation is dead." You guys, if you really think there was a golden age of online animation, you're too young to be. You were too young or not even born.
I mean, the
to-
animation
Yeah.
sucked.
The animation sucked. There were more parodies, not less. The humor was worse. If anything, all that's happened since like 2005 to 8, people think, oh, back in 2009, it was so good. Back in 2010, no.
You could watch.
You were too young
you
to
could
remember how
watch-
fucking.
You could watch Sonic versus Mario, and then next you could watch Zelda Goes to the Drugstore.
And that wasn't
difference-
a knock on that question. I'm just saying this is.
No,
I see this
that's
so.
just-
I
I'm
see this
just
so
saying,
often.
The only
Back then,
difference is
it was
Adam
more-
Adam fucking Phillips gave up to do freelance. He's actually storyboarding for Bob's Burgers. That's the only difference I see.
Is
that
he
he's-
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing stuff for Bob's Burgers
Holy
now.
shit!
Yeah, he's the coolest dude.
We love Adam Phillips. This is to you.
Adam Phillips, you were a faggot!
Adam Phillips.
Like the
Would you?
mustard clip.
Did you do the Beast in the Woods? Isn't that what it's called?
The beast.
Bitey and
Bitey.
Brackenwood.
Bracken-
Yeah.
Yeah, he's super talented.
was
Can
really
I
good.
tell a short
That's-
story about Adam Phillips?
Yeah.
I feel bad because like
You called him a dirty Aussie fag boy.
I did, but that's not what I'm talking about. I don't even know him, so I didn't say that. But I'd like to meet him because I'm curious. Because like everyone's like, "Oh, Adam Phillips is amazing. He's so
He is.
cool."
He's so
But it's like
friendly.
I don't know who the fuck he is, and then I see him, and
He's
I'm
well.
like, "Who is this? Who is this cat?"
Look up Adam Phillips on Google. You'll see some of his work.
We-
He's really talented.
Tom and myself and Stamper were making a game in 2006 based on
Oh yeah, I know what you're gonna say.
do you know what his name is? I forget his name
It was,
now.
I feel bad.
Kevin.
Before I say something, I
He's
just
Britney
wanna-
Spears' boyfriend, right?
I want to say
Kevin
what?
Federline.
Tom,
Kevin Federline.
Kevin Federline, yeah. Tom, myself, and Zeb were making a game based on Kevin Federline where you beat up Britney Spears. It's really weird. You can juggle her baby and stuff with punches, but
Wow.
we did all the art and we did everything with the game, and then we said at the time Adam Phillips was like huge, like he had like the best animation on the fucking internet, and we
Yeah.
said we'd like him to be part of this game. So we're like, cool, what can we have him do? Because like the whole game was almost done, and we didn't want to take up all his time, so we
Can have blood effects.
well, that was close. At the end of the game, Adam Phillips starts piss. You can piss on like Britney, and we said, what if we got Adam to animate the piss?
It's like
So
amazing.
he basically animated one piss droplet and then gave it back to us. And Tom coded it so the piss would go all over the fucking screen, but he animated it. It's like the credits are like Stamper, Johnny Utah, Tom Fulp, and it's like in special thanks to Adam Phillips for the piss droplet.
That's sweet.
Anyways,
But I just wanted to dispel the rumor that I hear a lot
Honestly-
from younger guys who are like 13 to 15 to maybe 17 who say there was a golden age and now it's all dead. No, you're too young to remember
There
how
were-
it was worse back then.
there will
I'm
always
sorry.
be good humor. There will always be bad.
Yes.
Like there was a lot of obnoxious, shitty, corny humor today, but
It was.
changed.
I would
back
say
then, too.
I
only
feel like
difference
things
between
change with age. Like different things that you didn't find funny before become funnier the older you get.
and I would even say go back and watch
Or
the
it's
stuff
funny.
the stuff that you think is golden. Go back and watch it. It's not that good. Like the people who I mean, it's still good for what it was. But if you go back and watch the stuff now that you think is the golden age, it's honestly it's whatever. The only difference between now and then, there's exact same amount of parodies. I would say more parodies today. The only difference is today that people are better at animating.
Do you know what I feel like more or less this falls into?
What's
I
that?
feel like a lot of people let nostalgia clog their vision.
That's all it is. That's all it is. It's just
Like,
nostalgia. I always
they,
think,
they remember the
Animation's
good
gotten
times.
way better.
yeah.
They remember the good times. Where, and that's another thing too. Like you see these animators, you see animations from like, and then you see fucking animators now, and they're like, because the bar is like set, and they're like, I gotta be like these motherfuckers. So
Corey,
they're like
Legendary
doing.
Frog was the golden age.
Yeah.
He was. He really.
No,
like
he
it.
really
That-
was. And then you look at the stuff now, and it's just like it's insane.
I used to think Return of Ganondorf was the funniest thing ever. And I watched it like recently. I was like, holy fuck. That's not knocking
No,
him
no,
or
no,
anything,
no,
but I was just like,
it's
Jesus
like-
Christ. I used to think this was hilarious.
It's like, have you ever wanted to play a PlayStation 2 game that you've been craving? You're like, man, I want to play that game. And you play it, you're just like, this game is fucking dreadful.
I knew the guy who did those Napster Bad cartoons. They were like on the forefront of like new internet animation with
What's
Flash.
Napster?
Napster Bad. You don't
What's
know what
that?
Napster is?
No.
Napster,
Napster?
Corey?
Who's Napster?
Nobody's heard of Napster.
I know what Napster
Napster
was.
is.
Napster was that big mobile phone company
Yeah.
that sold fucking ringtones.
Is that what you're talking about?
Are you guys fucking with me?
The Napster ad company. Napster that you steal like.
I mean, it's just showing my fucking age.
Was it,
I don't know.
was it
Holy
Napster, the
shit.
music website? That
Yeah, it was
they got
like
in trouble
it
legally,
was like
right?
the first like torrenting like
Yeah, the music stuff,
not
right?
torrent. Yeah, it's like you share music.
I'm pretty sure Napster
LimeWire.
also did
that
that
was
mobile phone
LimeWire
shit.
for us. That was
Yeah.
LimeWire.
I do remember
Napster
Napster.
was before Lime. Napster was the first.
Napster was like 2000, 1989.
Okay,
And there was like a
LimeWire
cat
was
head logo.
Yeah.
I remember.
I swear to God.
LimeWire was like 2005, 2004.
Napster had
That's
those
it.
ads on TV where it's like send a text message to blah blah blah, and we'll send you these wallpapers and ringtones.
They changed into that. Basically, just to get not to
At
get off
first,
topic.
though-
There was Napster. There was a big controversy. Metallica was pissed off because their music was being
A lot
shared
of
on
artists,
Napster.
a lot of artists
Yeah.
hated them.
So a guy who actually became like my boss for a while, he animated this series called Napster Bad, where James Hetfield and Lars Ulrich were cartoon characters, and James Hetfield would be like Napster Bad, and he like swing his arm across the screen. But they were popular on the internet for a
Really?
while. Yeah, they were like some of the first Flash cartoons.
Because it was controversial. Because it was like, it was topical.
They were actually not. He animated. It was very crude. The animation was crude, but it was very lively, and they were very popular at the time
That's cool.
in like 2001 or something.
And see, this kind of falls into like the question. It's not on the paper, but it's kind of like the same vein. It's like so I'm going to be treading on water, and this is the only time I will ever talk about this. But the
Okay.
topic of Chris Chan,
Okay.
because Chris Chan, as gay as it is to say, was a big part of my life back in fucking 2007 because I made the animated series. And that's how, I mean, you guys...
That
like,
is how you pretty much got your
Yeah,
start.
and I didn't even fucking know anyone. I just wanted to... I thought this guy was fucking hilarious, and I thought he was a joke, like a troll, and then I found out later he wasn't, and it like, I was fascinated. It sparked my curiosity for that kind of stuff.
He's definitely like the only weird autistic person I would call almost brilliant.
Yeah,
He is brilliant.
exactly. He made like
He's
a
a comedic
series.
genius.
He made
He
a
is.
series. He based his entire life, and he created like crayon copyrights, like fucking like Crayola crayons, like a 5-year-old would draw. And there are 12-year-olds who have better art styles and art talent than him. And he fucking like made a series with Pokemon and Sonic. Sorry, but one of the most autistic franchises out there. And he put them together, and he made Sonichu. And I'm just like, oh my god, this is amazing. And I suckered in, and I was into the whole trolling thing. And for 4 years of my fucking life, I used MS Paint. I animated crudely, like Ren and Stimpy style drawings, overly grotesque fucking Chris Chan stuff that I eventually made like a big part of my life, because that's how I started getting like attention and shit. And then it just became sadder the more Chris Chan went on. Like, he became a tranny, and then his dad died, and then everyone's like, you should make fun of Chris Chan. It's like, dude, his fucking family's dead. His house burned down. And he's trying to make money on eBay, and people are still trolling him and fucking with him. I know he's a despicable person because he's like racist and stupid and ignorant and horrible.
His life adventures were amazing.
Yes,
for a while.
they were. He was just like, it was incredible. If Chris Bors had a build up like that, I'm sure Chris Bors would be the legacy he could have been.
It's looking at Chris Chan's life is like looking at Walter White's life. He starts
It
off like
is!
somebody completely
I
ends
don't
up
even know
somebody
who Walter White is,
completely
but I
different.
know that he like
Breaking
completely
Bad.
changed, because he starts off being like, no homos, I ain't no gay, and then he's like putting his hair up. He's like, this is how you apply lipstick.
I'm saying if you watch the last episode and you watch the first episode, it's a completely different show.
And there's like chronologically
Of Chris
ordered.
Chan.
There's an archive, because let me tell you something. If you thought Chris Chan was like autistic, there are people who have archived him eating, breathing, and shitting, and it's on his website.
There's video of him as a little kid winning some contest.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's actually like because he won a Sonic contest ages ago, and that's what sparked his like fandom thing.
His ranting on like not liking black girls because they're black, and there's like some audio of him trying to talk a GameStop manager.
Yes. There's so much ignorance.
Because he got kicked out. He's trying to get back into the store. I'd never laughed harder.
No, I'm
over that,
telling
dude.
you.
Yeah,
Like,
he
Chris
they go to
Chan-
the car with his mom.
Yeah. Like Chris Chan he's an enigma, which to so many people they thought he was a troll, because they're like, there's no way this motherfucker is real, because it's like he's the most saddest human being ever, and it's sad because it's like I spent 4 years of my life fucking with him, and like people are like, bring it back. And I'm like, no, let it die. It's like, it's depressing.
Yeah.
It's not the golden age. It's the depressing age.
And Happy Harry Partridge, he's like he loves Chris Chan too.
Yeah, he told me.
And I think I don't know if this is well known. I don't think he'd care if we shared it, but I think he contacted Chris Chan once.
Yeah, I think he said that.
He mentioned he's like, I'd like to make a game with you.
Yeah.
And Chris Chan actually turned Harry down. Like, Harry's one of the best fucking animators on the internet.
He did.
And Chris Chan is like, well, you don't have like a Disney style.
You're not good enough.
No,
You're not good enough.
I'm telling you right now. That's the thing about Chris Chan. He's super conceited. He's super full of himself. And it's funny too because like he makes videos where he's like, hey y'all. He's like having like a presentation with fucking PowerPoint and like baby tools and like his Hasbro like fucking keyboard. And he's like presenting because he's very professional. He presents stuff. And he's like, yeah, here's a picture a fan made. It's like really fucking well done. And he's like, yeah, she ruined the tail, it ruined the picture, so I made a new one. And then he made it, but he's like, but I appreciate fan stuff. But he will never accept the fact that someone is a better artist than him. He will always say he's a better artist. So he has to be the lead animator, the lead writer, the lead director, the lead voice actor, and you can just be a fan. That's what he would do.
I just have all these memories of him, like him running around a park with a female like sports bra on.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
Didn't somebody dress him up normal and pretend? They said, "Listen, just act. Here, we're gonna put some fake tattoos on you, and we're gonna put you. Just act like this whole time your entire life has been like a trolling."
That backfired
and
on him because
it almost was convincing.
But it backfired on him because like this other fucking Chris Chan came in and said like that's just Ian Brandon Anderson because his name on the fucking
he's an
website
imposter.
Was I am Chandler, and he's like that is a troll name. My name is Chris. Like it's funny because he's literally convinced people are telling the truth and not fucking with him. Someone would go up to him and be like, Chris Chan, I just sold fucking 40 paper medallions online. I'm making millions of dollars. And he'd come online and be like, goddamn trolls are selling my merchandise.
He gives out his personal information. He's like, this is my phone number, but don't call me.
Yes, he's a retard. He said it himself, so I can say that. And it's sad because like now it's like people link me stuff still because there's those diehard, and it's like, man, I don't care. It's depressing. I don't care. It's funny to see that he's still freaking out about Sonic and shit and still like complaining.
Well,
and it's
I got my laughs. I got my laughs out of it.
Yeah, it's like it's over.